Morning, everyone. My name is Suzanne Kavugho. I'm a care and I'm Congolese. I'm in a program here. And in this video, I'm sharing with you the narrative. So, the moral lesson you have to understand before I begin is like when life gives you an opportunity, my dear, do never let it go because you don't know where anything can come from. You may be having a big dream, you may be having a golden dream. Don't let any situation, don't let any opportunity which can happen just in front of your eyes pass. Let me share with you and make you better understand what it's about. It was one evening in 2017. I was just home. I was listening to the radio. A lady was talking in English. You can't imagine how I was listening to that one. It was like I'm listening to my guardian angel. She's speaking like I'm feeling like, oh my God, can I even speak like this? Me too. I was having that feeling from the bottom of my heart that I would like one day me too to speak in English. But I could not find any mean because I was freshly from high school. You know, when you come from high school, no money, no job, you just home waiting everything from your parents. So I was just there. I couldn't find even any center home because I was not having money. So that evening came my biggest, I don't know how I can call it. It was such like a dream which was becoming true because one of my friends, he works at Congo Peace Network. It's a it's an organization which is like training young people in different areas. So he told me that they are organizing a training for free in English. Can you imagine this? You are sitting just there, you're wondering, I want to learn English, and then someone comes from nowhere and then tells you that we are organizing a training again for free. I couldn't imagine that one, but I was so happy as you can't understand. So after that, he proposed me that I should go and see what they do, the organization kind of visiting, right? So I went there, and then for my surprise, when I entered the room, oh my God, it was smelling. You know, when you enter in a, a new room, it has been built for just 1 week or 2 weeks. You know that smell of new materials, books. That room was like, I don't know how to compare it, but it was like such a heaven because everything was white and you can see the movement of people there inside reading books, others completing their assignments because there were some students of English. There was a movement. You really feel like you are somewhere you would like to be forever. So then he introduced me to what they are doing, the training they are giving to young people, and then he proposed me to come to the next promotion. So to make it short, I came, I had my training, and then after 6 months, I graduated, and guess what? I was taken among the best performers for that moment. And then he told me that as you have performed well, I would like you to join my team. That team was called the best team ever. I know that you can, what the best team ever? That's being so full of themselves. No, they are not so full of themselves, but it is like they're gathering people who are really best because they're taking all best performers of all year of training, and then they put them together to be assisting other people who will come after for the next promotion. So I was fearing inside, that feeling of telling you that you'll be in front of people teaching them things you've got for 6 months. I was like, oh my God, how will I do this? I was not feeling comfortable inside. I was shaking in my shoes, as you can't imagine, and then I was not too in. But one day, the training officer of that organization told us that you will never know how better you are in something until you give it a shot. You will never know. It's just trying. When you try something, that's when you can just say that I'm not good at this thing and I'm good in another thing. And he told us that there is a good news and a bad news. The good news is that if you don't know, you can still learning. But if you know, you can keep growing what you know. So from that, I told myself that this is an opportunity, because now I know English. But English, if you don't practice, if you don't keep speaking, writing, listening, you come up forgetting everything. So I give it a try and I make it. And the first day I taught, it was really amazing. I was just there in front looking at students, they're looking at me like this, and then I was like, these people, what are they expecting from me? They're like, it was like their first time to see someone who's talking in English, but I could understand them because I was just like them. And then after my lesson, one of the alumni of the team came to me and told me, you know what, Susan, it was really amazing, your presentations. Wow, amazing? Me, I'm teaching amazingly English. Wow, I fell in love in that language, you can understand. So I was willing to have another class again, and again without stopping. Loving that English. It was really funny. It was really amazing. Since the day I came up to fall in love with someone in that team, and then it was really amazing. You can't imagine the person you call perfect, because when I was seeing him, it was like what I would like to have forever in my life. But as good thing, they don't last forever. He came one day, I went to see him, and then I was like, hey, how are you doing? He told me that I'm not doing well. And I asked him, why are you not doing well? He told me, like, I made a decision and now I'm like living the consequences. I'm like, which consequences? Can you share with me? He was really sad and I couldn't even understand. So I asked him, and I end up feeling like I'm part of that, I don't know, emotions he was having. So I asked him, can you tell me, am I involved in that one? He said yes. So I was asking him, the decision you took, was it decision to be with me or another decision, like there at the organization? And as he was not willing to share with me, I end up understanding that he was not willing to continue being with me. So I asked him, can we please break up, because I see that you're becoming sad just for this. And you can't imagine what he told me that day. It was really sad for me. I couldn't even expect that from him. I couldn't understand. He told me that it's okay. We can break up and then we can see what will come after. I couldn't imagine that. I thought that he loved me more than anything in this world, but he said just, it's okay, we can break up. Okay. I was trying to make it strong, to play the superhero of myself, but I couldn't make it, because anytime I was going to that organization, I was seeing him and I couldn't make it. I was feeling bad inside. I couldn't resist to see him every time. So I decided to let go. And then I said, I know some English, I can stay home, perhaps I'll find another opportunity in which I'll be talking in English, and then, opportunity will always come. I let go. So 2 days after, I remember, one voice came in my heart and told me, Susan, what are you doing? Are you really saying what you're about to do? Can you please remember why you decided to go at Congo Peace Network and say that you're going to teach English? So from that moment, I decided that I'm not going to let go. I'm going to do it as I was thinking about it at the beginning. My vision, what I had, was to learn English and to know it. So I was like, I don't want him to stay on my way. I'm going there at Congo Peace Network. I teach English. I do whatever it takes. But him, I'm going to ignore him. I'm going to do as if he doesn't exist. I couldn't imagine that. But I did it. And then after, I was realizing that I was needing friends. But in that same team, I find friends. And we were like Oh my God, you can't imagine. It was like a family. We were coming from the Congo Peace Network together, laughing on our way, making fun. And now, after that, I opened my mind. I opened my heart to anything which could happen. And now I get a scholarship. And now I'm a Kepler student. I'm happy because of everything which happened in my life. And now I can speak in English. I'm making a video in English. I'm so proud of myself, and don't give up on yourself. Thank you.